I'm seeing a lot of people talking about just the wackiness of the current energy. Feels like you're almost in a washing machine. You'll be good one moment, bad the next. Now, remember, when we see things in terms of good and bad, we're operating from a 3D perspective, a lower frequency, and we're in the world or reality of polarity. So it's very important to not define or create a story around the experiences you're having. It's important to just find that center place in the heart, breathe into that area, ground into your body, ground into the planet, and allow your energy to flow and accept how you're feeling in the moment. Those emotions that are coming up will be able to guide you when you detach from them and allow yourself to just simply experience it. Remember, this human perspective is all about experiences. We want to be here and experience the energy, different frequencies of energy. This is the one place where we could come, where we could manifest into this physical body and experience the dense emotional energies. So very, very powerful time right now, but it is going to feel like you're kind of being thrown around, maybe like you're on a roller coaster or something like that, right? Fine now, not so fine the next moment, then fine again. Remember, these are all opportunities for growth, for expansion. When you're not feeling so good, when you're feeling low vibe, opportunity to bring it back to the body with your breath, ground into your body, again, ground into the planet, and allow yourself to center and detach from whatever it is that is hanging out in your field. Okay, we are becoming masters of energy. We're being able to really feel these aspects of us that are lower in frequency and allow this to rise up so that we can experience all of it. It's more of a whole, holistic type of experience. You want to accept whatever is there because it's all you. When you turn away from an aspect of you, or you don't want to feel an aspect of you that is trying to rise up, that will only come up later in a much bigger way. Now, when we identify as the human being only, that's when we start to run into problems, because as you identify as the human, everything you experience with your five senses will appear to be a problem. And that is a sign that you've identified only as the human. You have cut yourself off or separated yourself from your multidimensional energy, from your higher self. So when you start perceiving problems, you have to look at that as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to reconnect. A door opens up, and when you could slip back into center, you could reconnect through your central channel to higher frequency versions of you, and that will detach you, that will make you a little less human, a little less dense, less particle, and more wave, okay, because you're aligning more with the energetic aspects of you, the higher self, and your multidimensional aspects, right? More energetic, less particle. So when you're starting to perceive things as problems, a trigger comes up and you identify with that, you are making yourself heavier, essentially, more particle, more dense. So be aware of that. When you can detach and start to see reality from the lens of your higher self, as you embody more of your higher self, you really don't see problems as problems. You see problems as opportunities to heal, opportunities to get more in tune with your intuition, more in tune with your guidance system, and allow that energy to flow through your body. It comes up from the lower three chakras and gets up through your heart and up into your head where you can perceive it. Okay, so when you can get to that state, you are operating less as the human and more as your higher self. And that is something that's going to progress as we go through this ascension process. We're all getting to that stage. Reality is going to start to look different because you're seeing it through the lens of your higher self. Okay, so in the beginning, I know it feels like we're going through these dark nights of the souls over and over and over again. It's hard to really measure or feel or validate your spiritual growth, the expansion of your consciousness. But there's going to come a point in time where enough of that awareness has landed, okay, and it's accessible to you. We're going to start to know that in certain triggered situations, you're responding differently. There is something new there for you to be able to tap into, something that feels more peaceful, something that feels like more guidance, more intuitive guidance. You simply are in contact with something which gives you a little bit of knowing as to what to do, okay? And you're going to start to notice that. And when you notice that, you trust that, you sink into that, you breathe into that and you feel it, because that allows that energy within you, this higher frequency light, to expand further. And as a result, more of that starts to come forward. So you're going to experience that tipping point where you're going to start getting out of these cycles, where that are going like this, and they're going to start to rise. Okay. You're going to start to feel a presence of something new, of something different. And that new and different is you. It's the multidimensional you that you have separated yourself from for far too long. Now, as we're navigating this new energy, your dreams are going to start to get wild. Mine certainly have. You're going to start to have more deja vu types of experiences. And as we're moving in and out of different realities, different timelines, you're going to start to be able to perceive the differences and notice that things being misplaced. Maybe you're going to feel somebody who has deceased in this reality. Maybe you're going to align with a version of you that is in a parallel timeline where that person still exists, where they're still alive. Okay, so maybe you're going to feel their presence, right? We always think of communicating with those that we've lost as an uphill frequency thing, where they're no longer here. We're here, they're there, and we could communicate with them on a higher frequency level. But there are certain situations where you're going to be perceiving different realities, different timelines, where maybe they're still there. Okay, and dreams can be a good indication of this. When you're dreaming, you may actually be sometimes in a different timeline, in a different reality, and the dream state allows you to perceive that. Maybe someone that's deceased here is alive and well in that reality, and you're interacting with them in a dream. Okay, that could be an experience of a parallel reality where they're still there. It could also be an experience where there is communication from them from a higher realm. They've passed on. So different ways of looking at these things. We try to write a story around them and define, especially scientifically, we want to try to define what these things are and quantify them somehow, right? We take these expansive consciousness, these big concepts, and we squeeze them into a little box so that the brain, our logical brain, right, the left brain, can make sense of these experiences. Let's try to make sense of these maybe a little bit less. Let's allow them to flow and know that simply you are navigating different realities, different frequencies, different timelines, and having communication with energy. And you're able to perceive it, other energies. You're able to perceive that experience or those experiences. So a lot of that's going to start to rise up now. Same thing with your star guides. They're going to be coming through maybe in different ways. You may see them in different types of forms. Okay, they may have different messages for you, but allow that to come through. Try not to write a story around every communication. Don't try to overanalyze it. The mind wants to do this. My mind did that after I first awakened about, okay, who is this guide? Who is that guide? What does this one look like? What does that one look like? What's this message and that message? That's human nature, right? We're multidimensional. So we want to create some space there and just allow this energy to come through, because we are getting in contact with our multidimensional aspects, and it's coming through the filter of the body, and it's reflecting out in a way that we've been taught, trained, shown, programmed throughout our lives. So that energy is manifesting in alignment with that. We want to shed those limiting beliefs, and we want to be able to just allow this to come forward and find the emotion in it, the gratitude, the joy, the love that these aspects of us, these beings, have for us. Okay, so get in touch with that and release or detach from writing a story around everything. You see a craft in the sky at night, something that looks a little bit unusual. Don't try to write a story around what it is or who it is. Focus on your heart. Bring your awareness back here. Acknowledge what your senses are showing you, and let another sense open up and provide you with information, so you're not so affixed on what you're physically seeing. That closes off your energy and that limits your perspective. Okay, we want to go wide. We want to go as wide as we can. That's how we expand our consciousness, right? So the theme for me, and for you guys, I would like it to be, let's detach. Let's not overanalyze any of the experiences we're having. I've just had some amazing synchronicities from my mom just the other day. Absolutely incredible. My mind wants to try to analyze all aspects of it. I'm not. I'm simply feeling the love, gratitude that came through, the quantum connection to others in my life where that energy ties to, and I'm leaving it at that. Just knowing that it's there and that I'm aware of it simply is enough. So let's do more of that as we go through this month, and just let's allow this to come through. Let's lean into it. Let's observe the mind when it wants to try to tidy up all of these experiences into a little bow, a little tiny bow, so that it can make sense. Let's take a step back from that and just allow the energy to be. Let's feel what is rising up from within and be grateful that we are here at this time to experience this wonderful process of ascension. Thank you.